Well, good morning, friends. Welcome to another day of Light for the Journey. And besides still waters, I hope you're having a pleasant morning or afternoon, whenever it is that you partake in this. I apologize. Yesterday, I put a video up, and somehow the part where I was talking and videoed did not make it through the editing. It was all there, but some kind of tech glitch happened, so we got it fixed. And apologize. No idea what happened, but it's fixed. So. One thing I was going to say might help is if you wouldn't mind, if you're watching on YouTube, if you would say hello in the comments. If you're watching on Facebook, also just say hello in the comments as well. It'd be great to hear from many of you who are partaking in this on a daily basis. I always love spring, not because of the allergies that come with it, but because of the flowers. It's always sort of an adventure every morning to wake up. We have some beautiful plantings in our yard, and it's always fun to see the little flowers. We have some ivies and different things that were planted, and they just start blooming right now, as long as the deer don't get to them first. And also going to the church, we have these amazing gardens that have been developed over the last decades, and it's always just amazing to see how much growth happens from day to day, and the little flowers that start to pop up. And the flowers always, for me, are, of course, it means that Easter's close and all of that, but are always just symbols of hope. And just a joy to see after the long winter. So it's just always a favorite season. And I think there's always something for us in that, because, flowers, we always have flowers at funerals and places like that, places that can be difficult. When you're sick, people often don't give you flowers. They're meant and have become for us so much a symbol of hope and resurrection and new life. And so I think it's kind of worth ruminating on, given all the just darkness in the world today and the challenges of what that means. How do we have that hope? How do we have that resurrection? How do we see that? And I think sometimes we have to look for beauty in spite of all of the darkness. Robert Leighton writes that the flower that follows the sun does so even in cloudy days. I think that's a great lesson for all of us. For those of us in Kansas and around this area, of course, sunflowers, we know, follow the sun. And you can, if you've traveled through Western Kansas, you can always kind of see that as the day goes on. And there is something about that even in the cloudy times, the flowers are teaching us to follow the light and to follow our faith. So maybe that's something worth thinking about in your own faith journey, is what are the flowers that give you hope? What are the things in your life that give you hope, that give you a sense of new growth? And what does that mean for you? And what are the flowers that you can identify? Maybe even if you think about it, say something like that about that in the comments today, about what are flowers, what are things that give you hope? What helps you in those cloudy times and those difficult times to continue to have that hope of resurrection and of Easter and of new life? God bless. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Let not thy heart be troubled. His tender words I hear, and resting on his goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path he leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him. From care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.